Hey y'all, IrixGuy here, and a lot of people have asked, hey man, is the Mavic 2 Pro your new favorite drone? And I want to be fair. Today is let's see, what is today? It's the Friday before. It's the Thursday before, rather, Labor Day, 2018. So I've only had a few days so far with my Mavic 2 Pro, and I don't want to jump to the conclusion and incorrectly state that it's my new favorite drone, because as you know, before I got my Mavic 2 Pro, my favorite drone was Mavic Air. Mavic Air is awesome. It's very small, it's very lightweight, and the video quality has been on point. With that said, my first field test with the Mavic 2 Pro was kind of, well, I mean, it was honest. It's what happened, you know. I updated the firmware, I charged everything, and I went to a safe and responsible location, and I launched my Mavic 2 Pro, and it flew great. It was the most quiet drone that I've ever flown. The handling was very nice. I felt that it was going to be great, but then when I downloaded the video, I discovered that the video didn't look spot on. You know, check out my first field test video for the Mavic 2 Pro if you haven't watched it already, but it was less than stellar results. But after that happened, what I did, I said, okay, there's got to be a solution. So this drone, the Mavic 2 Pro, is a different animal. When you're dealing with Mavic Air, it was a simple, okay, let's pop it out, charge battery and controller, charge battery and drone, safe flying location, let's have some fun, let's hit record. Mavic 2 Pro is a little different animal because this has the Hasselblad camera, a super high end. If you're not familiar with Hasselblad, you can see it right there on the camera. It says Hasselblad. Hasselblad's kind of like the Rolex or the Patek of drones. So, I mean, it's the of cameras rather. I mean, it's the top of the top. You know, it's the camera that everybody says, "Oh, that's a really cool camera." This has a Hasselblad camera on it, and a lot of people argue and they'll say, "Oh man, that's not a true Hasselblad. They put the name on there because DJI, blah blah blah." You know, they try to skirt around the fact that it actually is a Hasselblad camera. Well, you know, you could write whatever brand on this camera and I would still be thrilled, because the fact of the matter is that this is the best 4K video quality that I've been able to capture with any drone to date. And again, I don't want to rush to the assumption that Mavic 2 Pro is my new favorite drone. Because if you watch my videos, Phantom 1 through present, you know that what excites me about a drone, well, there's a few things. My top two criteria are, number one, very smooth, very good video quality. And of course, video has evolved. It's evolved from 1080p to 4K currently. And it'll go beyond that, I'm sure. But right now, I will say that the 4K 30, and a lot of people are disappointed that, man, it doesn't do 4K 60. And I was hoping for 4K 62 also. But, and then there's people that say, oh man, but the Phantom 4 Pro, you know, it does 4K 60. It does. But show me Phantom 4 Pro 4K 60 footage or Phantom 4 Pro 4K 30 footage that looks better than Mavic 2 Pro 4K 30 footage. This Hasselblad is no joke. And you know, I'm not going to go down the path of, ooh man, that's not a true Hasselblad. It's like, dude, they had a relationship like DJI and Hasselblad, and they created this drone and they put this camera on it with this fancy brand on it just to sell more stuff, a marketing stunt. There's a lot of people that'll say that. And sure, this is not your medium format Hasselblad camera, obviously. But given that DJI seems to have a very strong relationship with Hasselblad now, I feel they've executed quite well. The results speak for themselves. Check out my videos, my first field test. Again, disclaimer, first field test, horribly focused, but I didn't know. It was the first time in the field with the Mavic 2 Pro. All of my videos after my first field test of Mavic 2 Pro, check out the video quality. I mean, it's blown my mind. You know, if you've got a 4K monitor, if you don't, you know, go somewhere it does and crank it up. click it over to 4K resolution, and look at that quality. Because the video quality of the Mavic 2 Pro is blowing my mind. So at this point in time, I will confidently say, and again, I don't want to jump to the assumption, I don't want to rush into saying that Mavic 2 Pro is my new favorite drone, because I need a few more days in the field with it to accurately gauge my personal opinion. Because right now, it's still Mavic Air. But if this Mavic 2 Pro can continue to perform and capture consistently excellent, well-focused 4K video, this will without a doubt become my new favorite drone. I mean, unless something catastrophic's encountered that I don't foresee. But I mean, this thing, the build quality, sure, it's a little bit bigger than the Mavic Air, but it's not too big and it's not too heavy. You know, we've stepped away from the too big and too heavy drones. You know, Inspire, oh man, that thing's enormous. You know, get you, pay you somebody, tip somebody to carry that for you, because it's that heavy. The Phantom, what we once felt was a very small and very lightweight drone, it's not optimally portable. So, now we're tasked with Mavic Air. Is that better? Or is the Mavic 2 Pro better? And that's where it gets so confusing, because this is very small. This is very lightweight. I mean, I love this thing. The build quality is impeccable. I mean, it really is. And so is the Mavic Air's build quality. I'm not saying the Mavic Air's build quality is not as good as this. But I mean, this thing, when you hold it in your hands and you fold it up, and I don't have the camera guards on the other side of my camera, but when you put the camera guard on, you fold it up, and you stick this in a backpack, protected backpack along with other gear, it's not much bigger. It's about the size of a camera, like a DSLR or mirrorless camera. So the travel size and the travel weight is not significantly bigger than the Mavic Air. So, as far as professional results are concerned, again, and I've got to test this more and more to make sure that my assumption is correct. But if this continues to perform as well as it has after my first field test video, that was horrible. Again, telling you it was horrible. It's poorly focused. But if I can continue to nail focus and get the results that I've gotten with every video since my first field test video, this will become my new favorite drone. The battery life is great. Again, Mavic Air was fine. I had no complaints with the Mavic Air's battery life. I was able to comfortably film 3 or so 5-minute duration YouTube videos. No problem. That was great. It's very small. It's very lightweight. It's very portable. Mavic Air did not use OcuSync. Mavic Air used enhanced Wi-Fi. But since I fly line of sight to be safe and responsible, I never encountered a situation where I lost FPV or control. So that was a non-issue for me. This has OcuSync too. So, not also, but OcuSync 2, the number 2. So if an operator was not careful, this drone could greatly exceed line of sight. So, with that being said, that doesn't excite me that it can go so far. What excites me is that it can go so far so throughout my visual range of sight, I should have optimal performance, because I'm not even approaching the maximum distance that this drone is capable of if a pilot was not careful. So, it's a more high-end model. So if you look at Mavic Air and Phantom 2 Pro side by side, this is a more high-end model. You're getting better communications for FPV and control. You're getting the build quality of both are great, but you're getting better battery life. I think they quote around 31 minutes for this. Real world, I've gotten very close to that, which is incredible. So, it's a situation if you chose Mavic 2 Pro over Mavic Air, you may carry less spare batteries because you get such excellent flight time out of this. So, it really becomes travel size and travel weight really becomes a non-issue, because bigger drone, slightly bigger drone, but better battery life, so you're probably carrying less batteries. Smaller drone, lesser battery life, you're probably carrying more batteries. So it all kind of balances out there. But this thing, I can't say anything, this thing has really blown my mind. And I don't want to jump to the assumption yet, but I wanted to put this bug in y'all's ear because you've been asking me, it's like, hey man, is that your new favorite drone? Is that your new favorite drone? I will tell you in a few days. So if you haven't subscribed, be sure to do so. It's youtube.com/IrixGuy. Click that bell icon down there to be notified whenever I post another video. And if you're looking for the Mavic 2 Pro, the Mavic 2 Zoom, the Mavic Air, the Phantom, maybe drones from another manufacturer as well, check the link within this video's description, expand this video's description. You can click the links there. You can just go to epicdroneshow.com and find all the drones and all the accessories. Thanks for watching, and y'all have a good day. Hey y'all, IrixGuy here. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to subscribe, like, and share. It's viewers like you that enable my channel to continue to grow. Thank you.